Welcome back to my PvP World Only Hardcore Iron Man. In the last episode, we remade and got ourselves back up to a pretty decent start with 55 thieving and a couple of other various stats and quest completions. I want to start this one off by actually doing a little bit of training. So I already bought the bone crossbow in the last episode and I have some bone bolts, but I want to get some runes as well. I'm going to avoid training my melee stats in defense, but I really just want to get higher HP before I go to Arty Knights so that my Ring of Life has a, better chance of activating in case I make a similar mistake to last time, which hopefully I won't. This is actually a lot cheaper than I remember. Got myself a little bit under 3,000 casts of Fire Strike. I realized now, kind of as I'm heading away, that it's actually 3 fire runes per cast, not 3 air runes, so I overbought there, but that's fine. I can always come back later and buy more mind runes. So since I have access to the Champions Guild, I figured I'd stop by here really quick and pick up some of these upgrades before I go and train. I should probably mention what the goal of this video is. I'm going to be going for 43 prayer. It's going to drastically boost my combat level, but this is kind of a good way for me to train my stats in addition to training my prayer. I think I'm going to start off by just going somewhere obscure just to get my stats up a little bit higher. Then I'm not sure where I'm going to train prayer yet. I haven't really decided, but I want to at least get my combat stats a little higher before we start.
So it's been a minute since I've seen you guys. I just home ported out of my my training spot and making my way back to Arty very slowly. I probably should really acquire better methods of transportation, but that's a different thing. So as you can see, I've trained up a little bit. My stats are quite a bit higher than they were previously. Weird habit, I always grab a rope here because I'm pretty sure the only other place to buy them is Drainer, and I don't like going to Drainer. But yeah, so we got 45 magic, 40 range, and 39 HP, but unfortunately that puts us at 33 combat, which is just, it's an uncomfortable level with 39 HP to be able to get hit by 48s. I could extremely easily die here, and I also forgot to take my crossbow or food with me, so I should probably be a lot more careful than I currently am. But we're gonna go make some money, and I'm not really sure what we're gonna do after that. Probably go back to training, get the stats a little higher, and maybe even train my prayer as well. So this is weird. There's already people splashing here. I didn't expect that at all. Well, I gotta go cook my food first, but that is, that's new. That is very new.
I actually managed to get all the way up to 50 cooking from doing this. This is just all the fish that I bought from the cannon fish shop when I was training agility. I might head back there at some point if I'm training agility some more and do the same thing. I'm not really sure, but I'm probably gonna have to maybe fish at some point. I don't know. I haven't really decided how I'm getting my food yet. Well, I've been here for a little bit already, and we have 60 thieving. So the money here doesn't exactly come very quickly, but I'm not sure how long I want to stay, because part of me kind of wants to just get tons of money and train magic with bolt spells by using chaos runes instead of mind runes. But the cost difference, I just don't know if it's worth it yet, so I guess I'll just kind of decide that while I'm staying here and thieving. Alright, so it's been a few hours here. You can tell I've been thieving for about 5 hours. And I have 300k, which is insanely good for the stage of the account, but at the same time, if I have to spend 5 hours for 300k right now, which will get faster as my thieving gets higher, I just don't think that that's worth using bolt spells, because this is not going to get me very far if I'm using bolt spells. So yeah, we're gonna probably just stick with the mind runes for a while. Alright, there is 65 thieving. I think I'm going to go do some quests, and then after that, I think I'm going to start finally training my prayer. But I want to do these quests because I want to train up my crafting a little bit so I can make some amulets to get a little bit better DPS. Alright, this literally took I think about 3 hours or something like that to buy all this stuff. I actually did end up switching from my original plan, which was using the Port Sarum charter ships and then just walking up to the deposit box. I did that for probably about half of these, but after a while I figured if these restocked fast enough, I would just go here. And, I switched between the two quite a bit. But we do have, I think, enough crafting supplies for 50. I might be a little bit off because I'm also counting the XP from Elemental Workshop 1 and 2. And it's kind of hard to calculate the exact XP because you get more XP for whatever you're making glass with as you level up. But I guess we'll see. If I need a few more, I can always come back. Alright, this is completion of the Plague City quest. Actually really happy to have this one done because the Arty teleport scroll is pretty much what I was after. This place is, I don't have the level yet, but this place is fantastic because it's a hub for all the things I need to get to, because I can go straight to Port Sarum, which can take me close to Falador, or I can go, to
Karamja or any of the charter places. It's just a really, really good teleport to have. Alright, that is 20 crafting. We need this for Elemental Workshop 1, I believe. Spent a decent chunk of change buying quite a lot of Fire Strike casts. Now the thing about this is, I doubt I'm going to use all of these for training, but if I do, fine, if it gets me the level I want to get to, and if I have like a giant surplus, then I can always just splash somewhere later, and that might be what I end up doing just to train my magic, because magic training is actually kind of expensive otherwise. I was going to pick up soul runes at Zeah as well, so I can do the whole Ensoul Giant Head thing, because like I said, I plan on training on Moss Giants. However, I'm realizing now that I'm just going to bank the heads, man. I can just get the soul runes when I head up there later to change my spellbook.
Well, on my way back, I noticed that the top of the Karamja volcano actually has a lot of imps, so I decided to kill them until I got the beads. I got really lucky though. It only took me like 10 kills to get this. The Amulet of Accuracy from the Imp Catcher quest is pretty decent for range. It's really the only amulet for range that I'm going to get until I get something like a Power Ammy, and the crafting level for that is just way too high, so I stopped at the Strength Ammy for crafting levels. So I'm in the middle of doing the Tree Gnome Stronghold quest, and I saw these Monks of Zamrock walking around here, and I figured I might as well kill them until I get a Zami Monk Robe bottom and top, since it gives some prayer bonus and a little bit of magic accuracy. Okay, that is the Tree Gnome Village quest. This is actually going to be really nice, because I believe I now have access to Spirit Trees, which could prove useful for some transportation. No idea where my character is walking. But that is Fight Arena done, another 12,000 attack XP, which pushes us past level 40. I'm not sure when I'm going to train my melee stats. I don't even know if I'm going to do it this video, but knowing that I can use Rune is awesome now, because I have access to the Champions Guild, and I'll probably end up just buying the Rune Sword from there. Honestly, forgot how fast this quest is, but that is the Elemental Workshop quest completed. Let's go get some more coal and do the second one. Bit more of a run around the game to get this one done, but that is Elemental Workshop 2 done, which brings us to 39 smithing and 32 crafting. Now I can go make all of that, you know, sand and soda ash into glass, and then blow all the glass, and hopefully that gets me to 50. Probably a good a time as any to buy myself some bone bolts and turn in the Imp Catcher quest. So 10,000 bone bolts. Really don't think I'm going to run out of those for quite a while. And Imp Catcher will give us a nice little amulet for ranged, so that we'll have an amulet for every combat style. I know I didn't really mention that I was going to do this in this video, but I decided to knock out the Shiloh Village quest, because one, I get a little bit of crafting XP from it, and I was going to do it anyway, but also because the furnace is actually really, really close to a bank. So it's probably best for me to just do it now, and then I can just use the furnace to make all the glass. So I'm starting to think I might have overbought supplies for this grind, and maybe I was just really off on my estimates, because I'm already 43 crafting, and I haven't even made the glass into anything yet. This is just the XP from making the glass in the furnace. Yeah, so I definitely overshot this by like a lot. That is 50 crafting, which gives us the ability to make ruby amulets, and you know, whenever we get to doing birdhouses like way in the future, we can do some higher tiered birdhouses, which is pretty cool. I still have 500 molten glass left, but I don't think that there's anything after 50 crafting that is like extremely close that's really worth continuing to grind for. Maybe 55 when I get a Dragonstone, because a Ring of Wealth could be good to have just for teleports or something. I don't know. But now we can actually go back to training our combat stats, which is, I don't know, uncomfortable. But when we get to the end result, I'll feel a lot safer. So let's head over to the Moss Giants just up to the north and start training. Well, there we go. That is 50 range. Pretty nice, because that lets us use magic short bows, blue jihad, and I think is the requirement for the better Ava's device, which is something I should probably start considering to work on, considering I don't have a cape yet. But after this trip, I'm going to switch it back to mage for a while. I might go back to range after 55, just because my combat is based on my range and mage right now, so as long as these two are close together, I can kind of just sneak in some extra HP levels, which is really what I'm trying to do. I'm like 21 prayer, just from burying the big bones here so far. I'm gathering the ensouled heads. I think I have like 15 or something now. I'll kind of check the banked XP once I get around like 50 or so, because I think that should be enough to get me to 43. I don't know, we'll figure it out as we go.
I was going to enchant all of my jewelry right now that I made. So I got the Amulet of Magic, which is nice because, you know, as you can see, it's a 6 accuracy bonus over the Amulet of Accuracy for Mage, which is nice. And go to enchant the Emerald Ring, Ring of Dueling, good for teleporting around. Obviously, I'm going to wear the Ring of Life most of the time. Then I went to enchant the Ruby Amulet and realized that I don't have the level yet. So, yes, let's go do that first. Oh, there's 50 magic. That's a pretty good first step. Now that these are tied, I'm probably still going to end up getting like 60 mage before I go back to ranging. I'm not really sure.
Well, there is 55 magic, which is the level 4 high alchemy. Pretty useful. I'd say it's a pretty decent milestone. I feel like I drastically underestimated the amount of time I'm going to have to spend here to get 43 prayer, but I guess the benefit of that is I'm going to get tons of range mage and HP levels. So, probably going to take a lot longer than I expected though.
So I bought a couple more runes, you know, just a couple, 10,000 casts. I don't anticipate to use these all on the Moss Giants, but I just found a really good spot for splashing, so whenever I have the ability to, like, not focus on this account at all, I can always just splash there to get some free mage XP. And I say free, obviously it's not free, but passive, I don't know. So this is where I've been splashing all day, actually, because I was doing my clue scroll video opening thing, and, yeah, pretty good. I've used pretty much all the runes at this point. But we got all the way up to 61 magic, which is really nice, man. You know, obviously I am not remotely upset with that at all.
What? Excuse me? What? Giant champion scroll? I mean, I guess I've killed, like, probably pretty close to 1,000 of these so far, but, what? I don't know if this is useful for anything, but that's a giant champion scroll, okay.
55 ranged. That's actually really nice. The XP here is not that bad. I'm probably gonna need, like, I don't know, a couple more levels, maybe like 57 or something, maybe even 56 if I get lucky on Ensouled Heads. Because I think I need like 7 or 8 more Ensouled Heads, so depending on how long that takes, that'll be when I get 43 prayer.
Alright, so I don't know what's going on here, but I just finished splashing, and I noticed there's a lot of bots at Blast Mine in a PvP world. So, I can hit this one. I hope I don't regret this, but I'm curious if these things will like actually drop any loot. So, I guess let's see. Yeah, it's definitely a bot. It's kind of a weird situation there, but unfortunately nothing. Maybe they banked, I don't know, but still, weird so many bots are here.
Okay, first of all, there's like, this guy's a hardcore, and he's adorable looking. But second of all, let's take a look at some of the stuff we actually got from that grind. So we did get a good amount of runes, 57 cosmics, a decent chunk of law runes, and nature runes as well, so I'm really, really happy with that. But the kind of more important thing is we got a lot of low-level seeds. 50 Marintal seeds, 28 Terramin, 12 Harlander. We even ended up with 12 Renar seeds, which I feel like, once again, once I can actually figure out how to, like, effectively farm on this account, that's going to be really good. However, we do have, I know my bank is a complete mess on this account. Alright, don't judge me. We did end up getting 52 Ensouled Giant Heads. That should be enough from where I'm at currently to get all the way to 43. As well as 7 Mossy Keys, 3 Longbones, and the Champion Scroll. So, I'm actually going to cook up some food first, because I don't know if you can safe spot the reanimated giants. So I'm going to just take some garbage food with me. I don't know why, but I'm just incredibly uncomfortable being in this spot right now. But that being said, I did find a way to safe spot these things. So, that is very nice. That means I can just take more Karambwans in case I do get attacked. Here is the first of our overhead prayers unlocked. Protect from magic. I feel safer already. Okay, this is the one. Apparently I did get 1 extra Ensouled Giant Head, but that's probably more so due to the fact that I had to kill tons of extra giants to get the head, and I buried their big bones. But yeah, this is going to give me 43 prayer. I'm going to use this last head while we are here, but having access to all of these overheads, God, that's nice. And the nice thing too is I only gained 1 combat level. I mean, like 1.5, I guess, from doing this. So You know, that's not too bad, considering how much survivability I just gained on this account. There is one more thing I want to do before I wrap this video up, and that is get the Mage Cape from the Mage Arena. So that's really, really risky, and I'm actually super nervous, but I'm pretty sure it provides a decent amount of magic defense, and I still don't have a cape, so probably worth getting. The reason this is much more terrifying than a lot of the other things I'm going to be doing in this account is because if you look right here, you can see I can get attacked all the way up to level 118 out here. So basically, anybody except a completely maxed main can get on me right now. Like, one tick that entire thing, that was not pleasant. But let's go grab a couple of capes. I think I want to get the Saradomin one, because I already have Zami items with these robes, but I'm not sure if you can get both. I don't remember how this works. Oh, got ourselves a Saradomin cape. We have all of them, actually. So, get a free staff here. I might end up alching this thing, because right now, the money means a lot more to me than anything else, and it's a 48k alch, which is pretty good. I think that's where I'm going to wrap this video up, though. This is a lot that we ended up doing in this one. And I feel like the account's really starting to come along, you know, 659 total. We have pretty high thieving. Our combat stats are starting to get trained. And I guess let's just keep pushing on. If you guys enjoyed, as always, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'd really appreciate that a lot. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, and thank you so much for watching, everybody.